Let us do the Mangala Charanam. Om Om Yo Brahmanam Vidadhati Purvam Yo Vai Vedanshcha Prahinoti Tasmai Tamna Devamatma Buddhi Prakasham Mumukshurvai Sharanamam Prapadye Om Shanti 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 Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahmavidya Sampradaya Kartribhyo Vamshirishibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyaha Sarvopaplavaritah Prajnanagana Pratyagartho Brahmaivahamasmi Brahmaivahamasmi वेदान्तार्थविभासकाय गुरवे शान्ताय सन्न्यासिने नानावादीनगे सङ्गपवये योगीन्द्रवन्द्याय च मोहध्वान्तदिवाकराय भगवत्पादाभिधां बिभ्रते तस्मै भाष्यकृते नमोऽस्तु सततम् पूर्णाय बोधात्मने सर्वतन्त्र स्वतन्त्राय सदात्माद्वैतवेदिने श्रीमते शङ्करार्याय वेदान्त गुरवे नमः योऽवतीर्ण इहाचार्य रूपेण यतीनामुदे श्रीमन्नारायणं वन्दे तं हरिं करुणानिधिम् मननाख्यं प्रकरणं वासुदेवयतीश्वरे रचितं विस्तरेणाद्य सङ्ग्रहेण प्रकाश्यते बालानामुपकाराय मम विज्ञानसिद्धये तत्र श्रीबालगोपाल सन्निहितो भवेत्। There are some questions which have arrived, and if there be any other questions, you can still send it. In the earlier lectures, Swamiji referred to Pramana multiple times to substantiate being supported by the Upanishad. I understand from another lecture, Chinmaya Mission, that there are 6 types of Pramana. I would appreciate if Swamiji can explain the types of Pramanas and its relevance and importance. If you understand the word Pramana, that itself will answer a lot of questions. I mean, major part of your question will be answered only in understanding the meaning of the word Pramana. Ma means knowledge. Pramanam means pramayaha. Prama means knowledge. Pramayaha, that which is the instrument through which knowledge is had. Instruments of knowledge. What we call as life is nothing but knowledge in different forms. Your experiences of Sukha Dukha are also some form of knowledge. nothing more. It is, after all, just knowledge, the awareness. The contents of that knowledge could be sukha, dukkha, so on and so forth. So now the question is, there is this knowledge, but there is specific knowledge, there is general knowledge, and there is specific knowledge. Specific knowledge is like this is a pot, this is a cloth, ghatajnanam patajnanam. Now the question is, how does this knowledge arise? So various experiences, various knowledges are there. And how do these knowledges take place? Hmm? How do they take place? Unless and until there is an instrument, a tool, an equipment, an apparatus through which the knowledge is generated, you cannot have any knowledge. So there are different darshanikas who accept there are different number of pramanas with which we function. There are some darshankaras who, who accept only one pramanam, one means of knowledge. There are some who have three, there are some who have four, and the Mimamsakas of the Bhattam Mata and the Vedantins accept six in total. So, there is knowledge which is an experience, which is direct knowledge. So perception, etc., is direct knowledge, and therefore perception you call as experience. So now there is a question as how does this knowledge of perception, etc., take place? Even before we go over there in the number of pramanas and different types of pramanas, one more thing about the pramana and its definition. Pramayaha karanam pramanam. But what is the lakshanam of pramanam? Is anadhigat abadhita pramayaha karanam. Padartha jnana karanam. That it should be able to show something which is anadhigata, which is not known and will also remain unknown if this pramanam does not function. For example, take it as the chakshuhu as the pramanam for the knowledge of colors and forms. If the chakshurindriya is not there, then the colors and forms cannot be known. And if the chakshurindriya does not come into the picture, the colors and forms will not be known. So are not known and will never be known. So what is the status of colors and forms? That it will forever remain unknown, anadhigata. Anadhigata will always remain unknown. You, no matter how sharp your smell, the sense of smell is, yet you will not know whether it is red or blue, green or yellow. So colors and forms are revealed only by the chakshurindriya. So one condition about the colors and forms, about the knowledge in colors and forms, is that the karanam, the apparatus through which the knowledge of colors and forms is had, is the chakshurindriya, and therefore that is praman. What is the other condition? Because there are two conditions against which we have to verify if something can have the status of being a pramanam. So first is anadhigata, and the second one is abadhita artha jnanam. Jnanasya karanam. It is basically karanam, an instrument. And when I'm saying instrument, just don't think about instrument means like a telescope or anything. Anything that is instrumental. So if I say Ramena, Ravano Hataha, Ravana was killed by Rama. So Rama in this sentence is in instrumental case. So that instrument does not simply mean that it is some sort of a microscope or telescope. It means it is something through which that job is accomplished. So now the second condition is that it should be able to show, make you know something which cannot be denied, cancelled by any other. So when the eyes are going to show you the red rose, you cannot say that because I can taste it and it is the petals are bitter in color, that's why it is not red, but it is blue. Can you say that? Can you say because I am able to smell the flower and it has got a very sweet smell, that's why it is not red, but it is yellow? Can you say that? So no other praman has any access to the knowledge of colors, to the area called as colors and forms, except for the chakshurindriya. And therefore, chakshurindriya is a pramanam. For what? For the knowledge of colors and forms. Now, what is the area in which it will hold its supremacy as the pramanam? The area is colors and forms. So now these are the two conditions. One is that something that is anadhigata, unknown, is known through. So through means instrument, known through, and that's why it is pramana. What is the second condition? That what is established by that pramanam cannot be falsified by any other means. Only then, if these two conditions are fulfilled, only then, whatever it may be, whether it is the indriyas or any other system which becomes responsible for generating some knowledge, then can be called as praman. So the Mimamsakas, the Bhakti Mimamsakas and the Vedantins accept 6 pramanas. First is the Pratyaksha Pramana, and first is the Pratyaksha Pramana, that what is directly perceived. Then the second one is the Anumana Pramana, inference. And how the inference is, how do you have inferential knowledge is also very interesting, for which we understand it through your knowledge, your understanding about Vannimanayam Parvataha. What do you see? You only see the smoke rising from the mountain, but your knowledge is that there is fire in the mountain. What should have been your knowledge? There is smoke in the mountain. But now you are saying, what is your knowledge? That there is fire in the mountain. So, how did you, what has allowed you to know the fire, presence of fire in the mountain? So, there has to be some instrument through which this knowledge is had. And so, now we say that there is something like the inference, anuma. What is it called? Pratyaksha. Then the second one is called as anuma. The third one is Shabda Pramana. Okay, is called as Shabda Pramana. So the Shabda, some knowledge which can be had through the words. Okay, so when you understand the words will generate some knowledge. Therefore, the words also become instruments in generating knowledge. Generally, the words that you use, Laukika Shabdas, you are going to say that tea is sweet, it is a hot day. Hmm? So you are using the words to to make the other person know something which can also be known through some other means. You see, therefore, Shabda is not having an exclusive access to that field. For something to be the pramanam, what is the condition? That it should have exclusive access. You remember that, like the Ruparanga. Okay. So when we are saying Shabda, we mean the Veda. So what is it that is known through the Veda? Because Veda is Shabdarashi. Hmm? What is known? What is Dharma and what is Brahma is known through the Veda. Therefore, Veda alone is the means through which Dharma and Brahma are known. Therefore, there is no other way through which Paramatma can be known or Dharma can be known. Those smritis of the great sages also become a pramanam because they are following the footsteps of Shruti of the Veda. That's why that becomes the pramanam. Okay? So the third pramanam is Shabda pramanam. The fourth pramanam is Upamana pramanam. It is through metaphor something can be known. And over there, your previous knowledge of Sadrishyam, therefore Upamana is different from Anumana. For Anumana, what previous knowledge do you need? Vyapti Jnanam you require. What do you require?
Vyapti Jnanam.
Vyapti Jnanam.
Vyapti Jnanam you require. But in case of Upamana Pramana, you require Sadrishya Jnana. Okay? Sadrishya means सिमिलैरिटी।
सिमिली।
हाँ, क्या है?
सिमिली।
सिमिलैरिटी। हाँ, सिमिलैरिटी, सादृश्य ज्ञातम, you require. Like go sadrisha kavaya. You remember this example, right? We have done this a lot. Go sadrisha gavaya. Gavaya is the bison. So somebody who has not, perhaps he is a person from another region where they do not, they haven't seen anything like a bison. So this man has to cross the forest, but he is told that there is a gavaya. He says, "What is that gavaya? It can charge, and it's a very powerful animal. Will it eat me? Oh no, it is vegetarian. That does not. That thing is okay. But if it charges at you, the bones will be broken for sure. Even if this fellow shakes the head, and you're standing, your bones will be broken for sure. So there you be careful. What animal is this? Gavaya. Hey, what is Gavaya? So now this person who has never known and seen Gavaya, bison, is told, Go Sadrisha Gavaya. He is, it is, looks like a cow or a buffalo. He has seen cows and buffaloes every day. So he goes to the jungle and there he sees, hey, this is Gavaya. So what has helped him to know the Gavaya? Is it Vyapti Jnanam? Is it Vyapti Jnanam? What
सादृश्य
Jnanam?
ज्ञान।
Huh?
सादृश्य ज्ञान।
Drushagnanam.
Sadrisha Jnanam. And that's why this is Upama is given. And that's why, what is it? It is called as Upamanam. Okay. Then what is it? Fifth one, Arthapatti. Arthapatti means where something is known by supplying, where every other possibility of justifying its upapatti cannot be done. So how is it made upapannam? How is it made? How is it justified? By supplying an, an idea which is inevitable. Okay. So over here, this is not even upamana. This is not even anumana. This is arthapatti. Some people call it double inference and all, but it is not double inference. The Nayayikas do not admit Upama Arthapatti as a Pramanam. We do. So we accept Arthapatti as a separate Pramanam. We, in the sense, the Vedantins and the Bhattas accept Arthapatti as the Pramanam. Okay. Now, that example of Devadatta who does not take food during the day, and for a whole month he has not, nobody has ever seen him take food during the day, but he has not lost any weight and all. So what do the people now conclude? That Devadatta eats at night. Devadatta eats at night. So this knowledge that Devadatta eats at night, it is definitely not pratyaksha. It is not Anuman, because for Anuman you require Vyapti. Devadatta must be eating is Anuman. Because wherever there is stoutness, it is due to food. Correct? That much is there. But the knowledge Devadatta eats food is Anuman. but Devadatta eats at night is not Hanuman. So there is no sadrishyam. Will it be sadrishyam that those people who eat at night are fat? If there is some sadrishyam like that night eaters are stout people. No. Huh? Then is it Upamana? I have seen Sadrishyam is not there. Then what is it? Shabda Pramanam? No. So now finally there is no way to justify the knowledge that what are you knowing? The fatness of Devadatta. There is no other way to justify. And that's why now you say Devadatta eats at night. Naktam bhumte. Okay? Devadattaha naktam bhumte. Done. He eats at night. So this knowledge is not had through any other means, and that's why now you have to give Arthapatti a separate status of being a Pramanam. Got it? Then finally we have Anupalabdhi. How do you know absence of anything? Now, absence requires its pratiyogi. Now there is on my hand there is absence. Now please tell me, is this the absence of a lota, of a cup, of a pen, of a book? What absence is there on my hand? So now, unless and until you mention it, the absence cannot. So absence is also qualified by its pratiyogi. But how do you know the absence? So somebody says, oh, well, we are seeing the absence. You are not seeing the absence. You are seeing my palm. So your knowledge should be about my palm. But now your knowledge is about absence of lota. You know what is lota? That which we have in the bathroom to take bath. Lota, lota. Right? You have in the kitchen also. Water, the pot. Lota. So now, if you are going to say pratyaksha jnanam, then the pratyaksha is only part, palm. But now what are you knowing? Not my palm, but you are knowing absence of pot. So it is not pratyaksha. Then, is it anumana? Is there some form of anumana for you to know as absence? Then, so not even anumana. Is it upamana because of which wherever there is absence of pot, the absence looks like the palm? Is some sadrishyam that you because of which you are saying? So therefore, not even upamana, not even arthapatti, not even shabda pramanam. So how do you know? How do you cognize the absence? So in order even to cognize the absence, you should have the pramanam, the appropriate means through which that absence is comprehended, cognized. You understand? And therefore, the Mimamsakas and the Vedantins have these six pramanas: Pratyaksha, Anumana, Shabda, Upamana, Arthapatti, and Anupalabdhi. That is it. Now further. What is the So these are the six pramanas. Its relevance and or importance. Relevance and importance means without that pramana, you cannot know. You will not be able to know. That's why all our life, which is nothing but series of various experiences, and every experience basically means knowledge, which means that it is generated by one of these pramanas. Then, without these pramanas, how could you even have any of these knowledges? Therefore, its importance is that it makes your life complete, in the sense, and its relevance. Okay. Multiple times, Swamiji referred to pramana multiple times, obviously, to substantiate being supported by the Upanishads. Not supported by the Upanishad, the Upanishad itself is the pramana. Because Upanishad is also Vakyam. Now, this Vakyam is also again of two types. One is called as the Avantara Vakyam, and the other one is called as the Mahavakyam. So, all those sentences which go about allowing you to know the nature of Jiva, Ishvara, Jagat, etc. These are called as Avantara Vakyas. Okay. Now, then what is known through the Avantara Vakyas, Tat and Tvam, is now is still you do not know that Tat is Tvam and Tvam is Tat. Correct? So there where the Jiva Brahma Aikya becomes known through the sentence, such a sentence is called as Mahavakyam. Okay? It is called as Mahavakyam. Therefore, Upanishad is the Pramanam. It is not that Pramana is supported by the Upanishad. There is another thing about over here, and that is that what is known through the Upanishad cannot be cancelled by any other Pramanas, but the Pramanas now can support, in the sense, can support that which is known through the Upanishad. Okay, was this your question?
Yes, Swamiji.
Okay, so they provide the support, in the sense now that Jiva Brahma Aikyam is known through the Upanishad Vakyas. So the Pratyaksha, etc., will come, or Anumana will come to support and not to cancel. Okay? So over there, that is how the Pramanas work. Are these the questions, or has anybody else also sent any questions?
Swamiji, I sent it on the WhatsApp to you. They are the
Okay.
questions I received.
All right. Swamiji, in the lecture on 115, you had referred to Prakaranam text meant for beginners as well as for advanced scholars. Could you kindly share the set of Prakarana Granthas that one should mandatorily study for the beginners? There is no such course which tradition determines, but definitely something like that is followed followed in most of the places. And Prakarana Granthas like this Laghu Vasudevamananam, Vedanta Paribhasha, Vivek Chudamani, etc., These Prakarana's by Bhagavan Bhashyakara should be studied. There are other Prakaranas also which some other teachers have come with more details, and that is even in the Bhasha Granthas you have some nice Prakarana Granthas, especially when it comes to the Bhasha Granthas, not the Sanskrit Granthas, Girvana Bhasha, but Loka Bhasha, okay, is the works by Sadhu Nishchala Das, Vichar Sagar, and Vritti Prabhakar. They are Maha Upakari Granthas. Then you have something like the Panchadashi Grantha. Okay. For advanced scholars, no, for the beginners, and in sequence, so we are able to absorb and internalize. Truly, when you go through this Laghu Vasudevamananam, you understand something, and then you feel that something still needs more light. So now these Prakarana Granthas, etc., some other, are going to bring light on those topics where you feel that it was not adequately understood or not clearly understood. Not clearly understood means now it needs more clarification, more clarity, more light on those topics. So those are the granthas. One of the teachers, one of the great scholars, great teachers of our present time was Swami Kashikananji Maharaj. And Maharajji was also of the opinion that one text which is equally important to the beginner and even to the advanced seeker is the Dakshinamurti Stotra. Is the Dakshinamurti Stotra. Bhagwan Sureshwaracharya, the pet disciple the, of Bhagwan Bhashyakara, he has written Vartikam, a commentary, critical commentary on Dakshinamurti Stotra. Critical commentary in shlokas is called as Vartikam. So he has written that Vartikam on Dakshinamurti Stotra, making it very, very, we can understand its importance. So that is one text. Example, Atma Bodha, Tattva Bodha, Laghu Vasudeva. So, okay. So now you have this Laghu Vasudevamananam. Then there can be something like the Vedanta Paribhasha, Vedanta Saraha, okay, Viveka Chudamani can be taken up. Panchadashi can be taken up. Panchadashi can be called as somewhere in the middle level. And Upadesha Sahasri by Bhagwan Bhashakar is furthermore then the text meant for advanced scholars. Advanced scholars, all the siddhis, Brahma Siddhi, Ishta Siddhi, Advaita Siddhi, Swaraj Siddhi. These are some texts. Naishkarmya Siddhi. So Naishkarmya Siddhi, Advaita Siddhi, these are the Siddhi Granthas, which are very important in these Prakaranas. Appreciate if you can share this also, so I can have a Well, take up any Prakarana Grantha like this, go through it thoroughly. Then, after this, you can take up something like the Vedanta Sara, Vedanta Paribhasha, Viveka Chudamani, and Panchadashi. Then you have something like the Tatvanusandhana, which is little advanced. And then you can apply yourself into Shravanamanana Nididhyasanam, Shravanam of the Upanishad. That is it. That should give you a good foundation. Swamiji, in the lecture on 117, in the context of Anubandha Chatushtaya and Sambandha, you spoke about book being the Pratipadaka and Brahmajnanam being the Pratipadya. Pratipadaka and Pratipadya Sambandha. Can you please explain this? What needs? So, okay, use these two words. What is propagated by the book? This knowledge of Brahman. Okay. So, what role does the book play in it? Knowledge is knowledge. Book is not knowledge. What is the role that the book plays of the propagator? So, Pratipadya Sambandha. Between what? Between the subject matter and the book. This is the Pratipadya. I do not understand this. Is this clear now?
So you're saying the book is the propagator of knowledge
Of Brahmajnanam, and
of
that's why
Brahman.
this is the sambandh between the book and the knowledge. So because knowledge is not book.
Correct,
So
correct.
what is the sambandha between knowledge and book is naturally what you're going to ask. I want knowledge. If you want knowledge, ask for knowledge. Why are you studying the book? Why are you taking up this book and wanting to study? If you want knowledge, take knowledge, na. Why chase the book?
So books
Why?
is the book
Because the book is the
giver of knowledge. The
propagator. What is propagated? The knowledge. And therefore, what is the sambandha between the book and the knowledge? Pratipadya, Pratipadaka, Sambandha. Is that okay?
yeah, maybe I didn't know these terms or these words. I think that was the confusion. I didn't know this
No, but then
Pratipadana and
is it
Pratipadana.
not a logical question? If you want knowledge, you have take the knowledge. Ask for knowledge. Why are you going after the book? What book? In the lecture on 118, you indicated that where Pratyaksha Pramanam does not have a direct entry, inference has an entry. And where both of them do not have an entry, Shruti or Shabda Pramanam has an entry. Oh, now you please tell. When you can directly see the smoke, do you require Anumana over there?
Hmm.
Do you require Shruti over there to tell you that the sun, this is smoke, okay? Are you understanding it is smoke because the Shruti has said? So you don't require Shruti and you don't require Anuman to know that there is smoke in the mountains. But now for you to know that there is fire in the mountain, Will the eyes be able to tell you there is fire in the mountain? So pratyaksha prama, or is your skin able to tell you that because you are feeling the heat, that's why there is fire in the mountain? Huh?
There could be various reasons for feeling warm, so not necessary that.
So there can be, it can be vyabhichari also, but let us say you're sitting 10 miles away.
Oh, no, you can.
Now you are sitting 10 miles away. Okay. Is that now can you feel the heat of that fire? So my question now to you is that since you do not know that there is fire in the mountain through direct perception, what has allowed you to know there is fire in the mountain? What has allowed this knowledge to take place? What has happened?
Differential knowledge.
My prior knowledge
Vyapti.
seen in the kitchen where
Vyapti of,
there's smoke and fire.
Yeah, yeah. Prior
Vyapti of
knowledge
smoke
is
and fire.
required. That Vyapti Jnanam is required. Without the Vyapti Jnanam, you cannot know. But Vyapti Jnanam means Yatra Yatra Maha Tatra Tatra
Vandi.
Vanihi.
Vandihi.
That Vyapti is there. Now that Vyapti becomes instrumental, allowing you to know that there is fire in the mountain. Okay? That's why. But Pratyaksha does not have an entry over there. And that's why now you have the Anumana has the end. Got it? Now, when it comes to Dharma and can Brahma be known through perception? Can Dharma be known through perception? And therefore, Pratyaksha Pramanam is not the Pramanam to know Dharma and Brahma. Can Paramatma and Dharma be known through Anumana? For you to know through Anumana, you should know it in some form before. Where you do not know what is Dharma and Brahma, how will you have an entry? And that's why Shruti allows you to know what is Dharma and Brahma. That's why the direct Pramana, meaning the direct perception, and the Anumana do not have an entry where in Dharma and Brahma. Okay. Is there a sequence being suggested in which we should always approach reasoning? Reasoning meaning, what you mean by reasoning is use of inference. Inference, I don't have to suggest, inference has its own way. How does the inference work? First, there will be Vyapti Jnanam. Then Vyapti Jnanam has to be there available with you first. Then the Pratyaksha Lingam is perceived. What is the Pratyaksha Lingam in our example?
Smoke.
What is the Pratyaksha Lingam?
Smoke. Smoke.
Smoke is the Pratyaksha Lingam. Okay. Now, when that linga is there, you already have a Vyapti. So, Vyapti, at one end there is Vyapaka Vastu, and the other end is Vyapta. Okay. That what is Vyapaka will always be there in more area than the Vyapta. Okay. So now you know that wherever there is Vyapta, Vyapaka is bound to be there. Correct? Wherever there is going to be smoke, fire is bound to be there. Why? Because fire is Vyapaka and smoke is Smoke is what?
Vyapta.
Vyapta. Why so? Because there can be fire without smoke, but there cannot be smoke without. So now what has more area?
Fire.
Who says smoke? Don't do this to me. How can smoke have more area? Because you, huh? Oh, no, no, not like that. Smoke spreads in more area. Adhika deshavarti and Nyuna deshavarti, which means that wherever there is fire, the smoke necessarily has not to be there. Because when you are going to use the LPG cylinders in your kitchen, fire is there, but is there smoke? So you are going to find fire even in places where there is no smoke. But are you going to find smoke in any place where there is no fire? And therefore, by this rule, what is Vyapaka and what is Vyapta? What is Adhika Deshavarti and what is Nyuna Deshavarti?
Fire is Adhika Deshavarti.
Fire is Adhika Deshavarti and smoke is
Nyuna Deshavarti.
Nyuna Deshavarti. Therefore, in this case, what is Vyapaka and what is Vyapta?
Vyapaka is fire.
Vyapta is
Smoke.
smoke. Between the Vyapaka and Vyapta, what is there? What is the relationship?
Sambandha.
What sambandha is there? Father and son or what?
Vyapti sambandha is there.
Vyapti sambandha is there. What is the name of this sambandha?
Vyapti sambandha.
Vyapti. We don't say Vyapti sambandha. It is called Vyapti. Now you have to have the previous knowledge, prior knowledge of this Vyapti. So Vyapti Graha should be always there. So whenever you are going to see the smoke, which is the Vyapta, what does it mean? That fire is going to be there. So you have to first see what is Vyapaka and what is Vyapta. Between these two is Vyapti, and when this Vyapti Jnanam takes place, now whatever can become the Lingam will allow you to know the presence of the Vyapaka Vastu, the other one. Then what the problem now? So what is the sequence of reasoning? Is Vyapti Graha should be there. Okay. Then there is a way how the Anumana, Parartha Anumana is done. What are the 5 angas of Parartha Anumana? So, Pratijna, Paksha, then Vyapti. Then put Vyapti, then Paksha. And then Sadhya. So Paksha and Sadhya has to be there, na? Paksha is, how can Paksha be Sadhya? So all these things have to be there. Then your reasoning follows a sequence. Okay. we should always approach reasoning. Yeah, this is how Pararthanuman, if you are able to frame it with all these elements, you will be able to follow a flawless line of reasoning or less flaw, less error. In the lecture covered on 124, it refers to the 8 names of Ajnanam as Avidya, Tama, Moha, Mula Prakriti, Pradhanam, Gunasamyam, Avyaktam, and Maya. In the last class, you explained how the same will be known by different names. Okay. Well, because now when you are going to say Upadhi of Ishvara, can you say it is Avidya? Then it is Upadhi through of the when the consciousness has the Upadhi of Avidya. What is the name of this consciousness?
Jiva.
Jiva.
Ishvara. Ishvara.
Vidya is Jiva.
Avidya is
Ishvara.
Jiva. Maya
And
is
when the
Ishvara.
Upadhi is of Shuddha Sattva,
Maya is Ishvara.
Ishvara.
Maya is Ishvara.
Maya, then what do you call this consciousness as?
Ishvara.
Ishvara.
So though the thing is that it is Guna only, Gunatmaka, yet can you use the same word over there to mean Ishvara and Jiva as the root? That's what this is the use, how it is used. Then, Swamiji, I appreciate if you can cover the removal of Samshaya by Shravanam, Asambhavana by Nanam, and Viparita Bhavana by Nididhyasanam. And given this, how should one do Shravana Mananam and Nididhyasanam? By taking to sannyas. I'm not joking. Huh? Yeah. But I will tell you, in order to know, to have this knowledge, there are 2 forms of sannyas. Okay. One is where the person actually gives up the Nityana. See, basically, the Nishiddha karma has to be given up. Okay. Then Kamya karma is given up. Then the Nitya Naimittika karma, which was performed for the Antakarna Shuddhi, is also given up because now that Antakarna is Shuddha, that the person does not feel there is anything else that he wants other than knowing Parameshwara. So now there is, what is there? Only one desire, and desire to know. This desire to know itself is called as Vividisha. What is it called? Vividisha. So there is a Shruti which says, it is through Vedanuvachanena, etc. Brahmana Vividishanti. Okay. So when Vividisha becomes the supporting cause for sannyasa, such sannyasa is called as Vividisha sannyasa. Now, because of some prarabdha, etc., that person is not able to give up the grihasthashrama and enter into sannyasashrama, then what should such a person do? One paksha is that he gives up. Obviously, Nishiddha karma is given up. Even he gives up the kamya karma and does what? Only the nitya naimittika karma. Okay. Now he follows, this also is a form of sannyas, but it is called as tyag. In this form of sannyasa, Shudras, Striyas, everybody is an adhikari. Everyone. There is yet another form of sannyasa for the grihastha, which is also admitted, and that is that he should give up only the karma phalasana, hankering for karma phala, and simply do the nityanaimittika, and even because the kamya karma is a part of the grihastha's life, that's how he does even the kamya karma. But how does he do? What is the condition? By giving up the karma phala asakti, by giving up the karma phala. So there is tyaga. So that's why this sannyasa is tyagatma. Karma phala tyaga. And the other one is where swarupataha karma is given up. So if you follow that life, then this is also a form of sannyas. And then Shravanamananam Vidhyasanam is done. So Shravanam should be done of the Shruti because it is Tatparya Nishchaya. Once when you have the Nishchaya, then Pramana Vishayaka Samshaya you do not have. Pramana Vishayaka Samshaya you do not have. But you have Samshaya regarding the Prameya. What is the Prameya Vastu?
Brahma.
Something more with
Brahma,
little more
Paramatma,
clarity. Brahmatmaikyam. What is the Prameya?
Brahma, Aikya.
Brahmatmaikyam. Brahmaikyam, Brahmatmaikyam is the Prameya.
Ji, Swamiji.
How did you know that Atma is Brahman? Through the Pramana. So now you Pramana is fine. Through the Pramana, Atma is called as Brahman, is known to you. But can this Atma really be Brahman? So now there is what? Samshaya with regards not to the Pramanam, but with regards to the Prameya.
Prameya.
So this Samshaya with regards to the Prameya itself is called as Asambhavana. So now when you do follow the contemplation with usage of Anumana Pramanam in order to establish Brahmatmaikyam, that is called as Mananam. And finally, Pramana, Prameya, and Pramata. This Pramata is I. Now, what do you understand about this I? Oh, this I is the understander. Hey, this I itself is Brahman is what? So now you have what? Viparita Bhavana with regards to Atma. And in order to remove the Viparita Bhavana, what do? Brahma Bhavana. So doing this Brahma Bhavana is the meditation which is called as Dididhyasanam. Okay? That's why the person should have inclination, time, energy, opportunity for Shravana Manana Nididhyasanam. This is what is meant by the life of sannyasa. Okay, if one cannot do this, then do some japa, meditation, puja, etc. And then endowed with sadhana chatushtaya, one should do what? Shravana Manana.
Shravanamandana Nididhyasanam.
That's it. This is how it is. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Om Shanti 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 Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Bhadarayam Sutra Bhashikritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavadvyaptadehaaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Om. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
Hari Om Pranam Swamiji.
Tomorrow